I look over here and I see lots and lots of wood. Lots of this was chopped down. I've got to bring just about all of this over to be split. All of this. We have to go all the way from here, all the way to here. And there's the wood pile right there. Got a long way to go. The grass is finally green, which is really nice because it was brown for the first like 3 weeks that there was snow off the ground. But yeah, this is what all this looks like right now. There's gonna be lots of nasties growing up through there. I see all those tall bushes in the back way over there. But along with bringing over the wood, I've been helping till this up. I'm a rototiller now, I guess, because we don't have a real rototiller, so I'm a replacement, I suppose. But yeah, I gotta bring this over. This weighs like way too much. After I bring that over, I'll bring some wood in the house. That'll be done.
But enough of that nasty outdoor stuff. Let's get into the main topic for today, which is, again, same as last week, music. But this time, it's not about making a song as quickly as possible. It's about looking at how terrible of an artist I was way back. So I've got a bunch, and I mean a bunch, of old projects and stuff. Most of my main songs that I would consider finished, Ableton 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way to 25. Now, by the time we're getting to like 24, 25, those songs are all right. Way down here, these are not very good. I don't even have the project files from like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 3 didn't end up being a real song. I scrapped it completely. I barely even remember what they were like. I kind of wish I had them now, but alas, I do not. I do have some rendered audio from some of that really old stuff, but that's about it. But let's go way back. Oh, wow. The last time this file was modified, wow, it was September 15th, 2013. 4.5 years ago. This was very early on in my music making style. So if we listen to a little bit of it, you can hear. So already it's pretty terrible. Now, one thing I've noticed about my old songs whenever I've gone back and listened to them is that the melodies and whatnot may not be bad, but the way they're executed and the instruments used and the way it's put together is usually pretty terrible and looks like someone inexperienced. Like, I could have a cool guitar riff, guitar solo that sounds terrible, but the note sequence is good. It kind of defeats it. It's like if I knew the best vocal solo ever, but it was me singing it instead of like the best singer in the world, you know? If you want to hear the best vocal solo in the world, you want the best singer to sing it, not me. So I wonder if we could turn this guitar riff into some kind of synthesizer. Okay, that's good, but also one thing I need to note is that I wasn't using real reverb. I was using this slider, which is a default reverb slider, which is basically the wet gain, dry gain, the more you move it back and forth like this, and it's terrible. But that's what it sounds like with no reverb. So let's add the church reverb, one of my favorite reverbs, and let's turn it so it's mostly dry. Okay, that's way too much like reflection, and I think default reverb might be best for this, honestly. This is a straight up, I think, sawtooth wave. We don't really want that. So let's grab some lead and hear what some of these sound like. Actually, this could be a really cool sound. Alright. That's not bad. I don't think the bass going to the beat of the music is very good. I think we need to completely change how the beginning starts. Because right now it's like, I like this. First thing that's apparent is we need to get rid of these drums. They are terrible. I might still use a factory Ableton kit though. So just changing the kit. It still has that clap, which I'm not a big fan of at all. So I'm just gonna like get rid of all of the clap. Ooh, that's actually a pretty sick beat. I actually really like this beat. Also, this is terrible. Why didn't I just, like, repeat this? This feels too fast. Let's get rid of the bottom line again. You know, I'm not sure what I think about this instrument anymore. It sounds kind of clunky compared to the chill rap beat I've got going on in the background. Actually, I really like how that sounds, but I don't really like these notes that have chords built in. I'm actually not really liking this at all. I'm kind of stuck. My music was designed so horribly from the start, it might be beyond repair. To think we had this to start with. And now it's like... Didn't even change the bass line, didn't even change the drum line besides getting rid of the clap. Okay, so this is pretty quickly becoming trash. I just think this song is too far gone. I'd have to start from scratch. But I'm still gonna save this. Tried to revive. Maybe we could listen to something maybe a little more recent, like Ableton 15. Almost double the number of Ableton 7. Okay, this is so bad, man. It's just like high BPM. Some of the song is good, but the intro is just kind of garbage. The guitar sound is garbage. One thing I do like is this part. No, but yeah. Anyway, I think what this should be, this is a bass. Look at this EQ! What is this? Okay. Oh man, let's just Oh, I used a real reverb in this. I was wondering why it sounded so good. And also with my edited bass sound, and let's listen to that again. See, what's weird about this song, right? I made it a long time ago. It's the bass is the lead, which isn't like, that could be typical in like some rap songs and stuff, where you just have a really low bass just leading the way. But this bass sound is just like, it's like a distorted electric guitar, but like it's trying to be the bass and also the riff maker, which it just doesn't really work. So we have the normal guitar in here as well, but it's playing the same line as the bass. What if we bring it up? Also, I'm gonna get rid of the bongos. And that's supposed to be some sort of strings. Jeez, man, this is so bad. So we can take all this, bring it up like 2 octaves, give it to the guitar. I mean, for one, for the song needs to work, it needs to have a better bass. So yeah, this song could definitely be improved upon, but I don't really think it was designed in the best way. Again, it's old, but I'm going to save it, because I think this one definitely has more potential than the last one. That was barely even 3 months later for my 7th song. Yeah, no wonder I hadn't learned much from then. So if we jump up to number 18, let's, what was 18 like? A little trip down memory lane for me. I was still obsessed with that distorted guitar sound. Just getting rid of some of the distortion definitely helps a little bit. Yeah, this one's a little bit too far beyond, I think. I'm just gonna skip it. Let's go up to 20, or 20 with an exclamation point. So 20, Ableton 20 actually gets about 3 months later to about 4 years ago. No, don't save changes to Ableton 18, that trash of a song. But this was my learning process. Oh, okay, this is after I had gotten an acoustic electric guitar and I hooked it up to play it. I basically just freestyled. I wasn't playing at all. It was really sloppily made. We go up to 21. Oh, this was terrible. I tried to do one of my first string songs, which sounded terrible. I actually recorded a thunderstorm out my window using a blue snowball. I also recorded myself hitting a drum with the blue snowball. You can hear the metronome in the background. It was also that gain was way too high and it clipped so much. But this is the thunderstorm out the window. It was a rough it was raining really hard that day. It was pretty intense. Oh, I have a compressor on it. Gross. Yeah. There's that dynamic range. Yeah, the glue compressor is ruining the dynamic range. You can really hear the thunder now. That sounded pretty good. That was a great thunderstorm. I remember that, but that's too far gone. That was made in August of 2014. Great thunderstorm. Now we have Ableton 22. Let's see. Okay, so I actually tried to make a string song again. This one came out like okay, but like my samples, it's all synthesized instruments. None of it is like actual samples like I use now. So this is all kind of garbage, but the way I think this one might have been designed well. Yeah, some violin sound that was. This sounds terrible. At the end here, it gets crazy. That's a nice chord progression, I guess, but all these instruments are just so bad. I didn't use them correctly at all. What about number 23? Is it savable? See, I mean, like, you see I'm starting to like learn how everything works, but the instruments I'm using. The built-in piano for Ableton was pretty good, so I did an all piano song. Oh, I didn't use real reverb. Oh, that makes me annoyed. I used this fake reverb nonsense. But anyway, it still sounded alright. Like if you listen to this part. You get the idea. We can go to the end too. Like, look at this. This looks pretty cool. I'd actually, if we could solo this. That sounds pretty good, actually. You know, a lot of stuff going on there. This was one of the ones that I was like, oh, this is actually good. Well, like, anytime you make a song, you look at your old stuff, you'd say, oh, that was trash. But this is one of the first times that I look back and I think, okay, this wasn't utter trash. This was actually, like, not terrible. Pretty basic chord progression, but I got creative with it. And the last Ableton project that I did before I stopped going Ableton and started actually calling it something, this one. This one was made in 9/19/2015. This was a long time ago. This one. So this one was like a mostly piano-based one. A different piano sound might fix it. Maybe I'll use the Ableton piano, because that's what I designed it for. All the sampled pianos I'm trying to use, I didn't design it for that. And this was the chorus. Had a little bit of electric guitar in it for some reason. I was obsessed with key changes, okay? Yeah, so it's just like a piano with some drums, and I don't really know what to make of it. It's okay, I suppose. But it's always nice to look back and see how I went from making stuff that sounded like this. So I've definitely improved, but there's still a ways to go. I would still be considered a noob among music theory experts, but I enjoy it. It's one of my favorite things to do. Creating music is a long, tedious, hard process, but the reward from it is great. You get something permanent that you and your potential descendants could hold on to. I wonder if someday artificial intelligence will make music extremely well. Maybe. Say it's likely. But anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed me trying to fix some of my old songs and going through a bunch of them and looking how much they've changed over the years, how improvement has gone through, how they've gone from complete trash to actually kind of good. And I only want to keep improving. But yeah, that's going to do it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.